and we'd go places where he went to trainings and we didn't have to stay very long. And without TiVo or on demand, Big Brother being on 3 to 4 nights a week was super entertaining for me. So I was always looking forward to watching Big Brother every night. And I think it's the perfect reality TV show because it has a little bit of everything, a little bit of competition, a little bit of social experiment, and then of course a lot of bit of drama, which is the best part. My favorite characters, or I guess contestants that have been on there, and if you don't know what Big Brother is, basically it's 12 people are stuck in a house. They have no technology and they're not allowed to contact with the outside world, and they can only contact with each other, and slowly but surely they vote each other out and they're evicted, and the last person standing has to get voted by the people that they evicted to win, and then they win $500,000.
It's actually also been more people on Big Brother nowadays too.
Yeah, they have some seasons have 16 people.
I think we have a question already, actually.
Oh, a question,
Anastasia,
yes.
so I'm actually going to unmute her for a second.
Yes.
So she can ask the question. All right, Anastasia, you're up.
Well, it's not for really anyone, but what if when you do these quizzes thingies, what if you haven't even heard of the show or like know the show? Do you stop
you mean the poll?
it? Yeah.
You can just say no.
You don't have to answer.
Yeah, you don't have to answer. You can just learn about it and then you can watch it later.
Yeah, all of these you can find on demand now, all of these shows. So pick one that you like and you can watch it later.
Okay.
It's your menu of reality TV that will
all of the reality TV.
Okay.
Yes. Anyways, so my favorite contestants on Big Brother were Casey and Janelle, both competition beasts. Janelle never won.
Never the bride.
Janelle never won, but she should have won. Casey won though. Mm-hmm. She's awesome. She's a professional wide receiver for a professional women's football team, which is awesome.
She's on MTV's The Challenge right now as we speak.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was a thing still. I had no idea.
Yeah, it is.
The Challenge? Yeah, it's good. But they do a lot of taking other reality TV people now.
Yeah, Swaggy C's on there, or was on there. Fessy's on there. Mm-hmm. I think Monique has a question. I'm just gonna go for her now before we move on to the next one. All right, Monique, can you unmute yourself for a sec? Thanks.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yes. I can hear you all right.
Okay. Hi, Kira. I miss you. I miss you too, Alexa.
I miss you too.
So out of all of the seasons of Big Brother, mind you, I'm a big Big Brother fan. I actually watched it from the first season on. So I know
what's my favorite?
Redemption. The Redemption season where they brought all of the people back that lost the season.
That's my favorite season too.
You mean All Stars?
Yeah, the first All Stars.
Okay, the only All Stars so far.
Yeah.
So, who would be your favorite drama-filled cast member?
Rachel.
All of the seasons.
Rachel is my favorite drama-filled cast member.
Yeah,
she's crazy.
Mine is Mike Boogie.
Boogie was good. He was good at stirring the drama behind the scenes.
You have to step in.
I'm gonna have to go with the celebrity. Y'all remember JoJo, the one that did track, the runner?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean
He was like the quiet.
No, not JoJo. What is her name?
Don't look past the quiet ones. And right when she was real quiet, then she just like she just went through the season. Yeah.
I know you're talking about. She's single also too, which is
okay. Yeah.
Okay, Sam.
I see you, Sam.
I know. Hold on, I'm going to it right now. The cast.
Okay, well, I mean, I think that's all for me. There's a lot to come up next, so.
Yes.
Lolo.
Lolo, there we go. Lolo, yep. Lolo Jones.
Oh, yes.
All right. So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next one.
Yes, our next one. Sam, can you unmute McKinney?
Hold on 1 second. Before we go, I think Anu's got a question for Kira.
All right.
All right, Anu. Can you unmute yourself, please? Oh, shoot. I think I accidentally. And then Mackenzie, you're next. So
Get ready, Mac.
I was going to say, besides Big Brother, what's your favorite reality TV show of all time?
Oh, RuPaul's Drag Race. For sure.
all right.
All right, let's turn it over to Mackenzie, our Survivor expert.
Woo!
I'm ready to survive anyways.
Okay, so Survivor is one of the longest reality TV shows to exist. So I'm pretty sure if you haven't heard of Survivor, do you watch TV? So some basic facts. Basically, the contestants are called they are called castaways, and they go to really remote islands, and they stay on the islands for 39 days. And I want to remind everyone that they sign up for this because the final prize is $1 million. And so for 39 days, they have to outwit, outlast, and outplay. So those are the three big components of Survivor. It's really a physical game, it's a mental game, and it's a social game. So it's kind of almost like a lot of the sports we play. It is so exciting because you get to see people live on an island with nothing except flint to make fires.
I think we got rid of the PowerPoint.
It's okay. It is just one of the most amazing shows ever. The host is Jeff Probst, and he always will, once you're voted off of the island, he will literally just put out your flame and say, "The tribe has spoken."
It's very
I really like watching Survivor because me and my mom have watched it since I was 7. So no matter where I live or what I'm doing, if I live in Germany or if I live in Massachusetts, we always will watch it together. So we can never be an episode ahead of each other, because I think Sam can agree with me on this, is that so much can happen in one episode, and it can change the whole direction of the game. So me and my mom always watch it together. And I really like the fact that we still get to do that ever since I was 7, and now I'm 27. So it's been on forever.
Yeah.
My favorite character is Rob Marino.
Boston style Rob.
Yep. His nickname is Boston Rob. And obviously I'm from Boston.
like you guys hang out.
He lives in Florida.
I don't know why he hasn't asked me to hang out even before he moved to Florida.
Well, yeah, well, him and Amber, who we met on the show, yeah.
So
He met Mackenzie on the show.
McKember.
So this photo is Boston Rob, and he met his wife Amber on the show, and now they have 3 kids together. But you will notice that it is no longer Amber, it's McKember, because he actually married me. He just doesn't know it yet. And he has won, he's won the most times. No, actually, Sandra.
No, he won once.
He won
Tony
once.
Tony and Sandra.
Sandra have both won twice.
Yes.
But Boston Rob has won the most immunity challenges. So
right.
He's just really strong. He's really aggressive. He doesn't care what he says or if he hurts your feelings. I could go on forever, guys, about this.
We got some questions for you actually in the chat. So
All
I'm
right,
gonna
bring on.
first. Who was first?
And if I can't answer them, Sam
Sierra. I'm gonna get to you first, then Monique, and then I know Anastasia had a question. Side note, there's actually been other people that have actually met on the show and gotten married. Eric and Jamie from China. Who else?
That was like early on, right?
No, that was after Boston, Rob, and Amber.
Mac, it looks like there's a six. If you answered the poll, there's 6 other people who have also seen all 40 seasons.
Yeah, so far.
Oh my God, well, let's talk about it.
Okay, Sierra's unmuted, so what's your question, girl?
I don't even think you guys answered my first question, who was the best player in Survivor history? And then my second question was, who do you think played the best game in the history? I don't know. It might be the same question.
I'd say Tony.
Yeah.
Sarah, that's a really good question because you can win, but sometimes you don't have the best game. You say Tony, Sam?
Yeah, Tony. Well, Tony, he was a cop.
Usually, people with the best game usually win Survivor.
Not always.
People that are doing the biggest targets, yeah. People that are threats.
I want to see Special Olympics do a Survivor thing. Yes.
I think. Do you remember? What was it? What his name? Ty or Tay? Who found all the most hidden immunity idols?
Russell Hance was the one who found all of them.
No.
Ty, the Asian guy, yeah.
Yeah. So I really like his play.
He's a legend.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he didn't win, but yeah.
And you have people who have played really long. Like there are some contestants who have played like 4 times and have never won once.
Rupert.
Oh, I love Rupert. Tie-dye t-shirt. Also on the first season, there was a shark attack.
I remember that. I forgot that.
Back when you were like 8 years old, Lux.
Yeah, I know. Stored deep down in my brain where something important should be, probably. So.
All right, so I know we have 2 more questions. Monique is back again with another question. So Sierra's already unmuted. And I know Anastasia's got a statement, but.
Yep. Okay. McKenna.
What up?
Question for you, ma'am. Okay. It's a 2-parter. Okay. 1, do you have a secret crush male on Survivor?
I don't think it's so secret, honey.
2, who do you think out of all the Survivor winners played the best game and did the most sneakiest way of doing it?
Sneakiest Survivor.
Sandra, the first time she won.
Yeah, she definitely was. She was a threat.
Yeah. And I don't necessarily know if she was the sneakiest, but I think that made her even more sneaky. Like everyone knew that she was like very strong, like a very strong contestant. And she owned it, but I don't know. I think Sandra.
Yeah.
Okay.
The queen stays queen.
Sneaky Sandra.
I had to say it like that.
So who was your male crush, McKenna?
Boston Rob.
This guy that's up on the
I have a crush on Eliza.
Also, like Ozzy is pretty good looking. You know, so I don't know.
Yeah, my crush for a while was Parvati, but she's married to that guy, John, I think.
Yeah, Poverty is pretty good. She used her looks to get her, like she played on her looks too to make some really good alliances.
All right, so I think Anastasia has one, and I know we got a request from Kayla. She wants to hear your Boston accent.
I know, I saw that too. I haven't lived at home for like 10 years, so it's probably gone away a lot, but it does come out on certain words. So you just have to make me say the words. I don't voluntarily.
Can you park the car in Boston Yard for us?
Yeah, I can park the car.
Park the car in Harvard Yard.
Yeah.
At Harvard, yeah.
Does that make it sound good, Kayla? Park the car in the Harvard Yard?
All right, Anastasia, I know she's got a statement to say, so she's unmuted already.
Everyone's laughing at
So I want you guys to see if you guys agree with me. Ready? So in Survivor, you know how they're all like doing like all these things, like how do you explain it? So I'm terrible at explaining things.
It's okay.
But
Get it?
I am too sometimes.
But like, so if you're stranded on an island and you're watching the show, and you're somewhere else and you don't know what to do, I feel like the show helps you.
Yeah.
And you like think about it and be like, oh yeah, just remember the show, and then it's like, that's how you do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly. Like if we all were stranded on an island, we literally could survive because we watched Survivor.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do
I
you
remember
agree
you
with
understand what
me,
you're saying.
Alexa?
I agree with you. One of the funniest things that I remember about Survivor was, I think it was the first season. It was like an interview that was done after the fact, or either in the finale or something like that. But one of the contestants that was on there said that like right after they cut the first like filming segment, he like looked at one of the cameramen and he was like, so like, can I have a banana? And the guy was like, no, like go find your own food. And he was like, oh, I'm doing this for real.
Yeah,
So
exactly, right?
yeah, so they definitely learn a lot out there.
Yeah.
I want to do like a Survivor version with the Special Olympics staff one day and athletes.
Oh my God, I'm
That'll
sorry.
I'm down.
No, surviving Corona.
I'm
virus.
tough. I'm down. Let's do it.
We got a question from Anu real quickly before we move on to the next one.
Yeah, one more question, then we'll move on to
All right, Anu, where are you hiding, buddy? Oh, he's already got his hand raised, so okay. All right, Anu, can you unmute yourself, please?
Am I on mute?
Yes, you are.
Good. All right, Mac. Of all the Survivors shows you watched throughout the years, which one's your most favorite?
My was, and actually it's Sam's too, which was really cool. It's Redemption Island, so season 22.
Yes. They should bring back Redemption Island, I think, personally.
And it's my favorite, Anu, because once they got voted off the island, they went to a completely different island by themselves, and they were able to play other contestants who got voted off too, and then they were able to enter back into the game. So they kind of had like 2 lives.
Yeah, I like Edge of Extinction now, though, personally. It's kind of the same thing.
Same concept, yeah.
But anyways, we're going on to our next topic, which is Dynasty / Real Housewives. And we have Jesse Hayes, who's ready to rock and roll.
Hi, guys. So before I worked at Special Olympics Maryland, I had a whole different career, and I represented the characters, I guess you could call them, from Duck Dynasty. So I'm not sure who's seen it, but it's about redneck hunters, a redneck family in West Monroe, Louisiana. It started on the Outdoor Channel. They were just hunters and were kind of goofy, and then a network came to them and said, you guys should have your own TV show. And it actually is the most watched nonfiction cable series in history. Their season 4 premiere drew 11.8 million viewers.
Oh, so, wow.
Kind of crazy.
Even I didn't know that.
So I was their agent up in New York City, and they were like, we need to get you to move down here to Louisiana and get a husband and get you pregnant. So they've done both now. I met my husband in Louisiana, and now I'm pregnant, so they're all very happy.
That's pretty funny.
So what I learned from the show, not to ruin anyone's their view on reality TV, but they have a script. They kind of they set things up to tell them what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I think some shows, it's hard to like make everyday life exciting sometimes. And
yeah, I feel like the Bachelor and Bachelorette are staged.
You need a little push every now and then.
Yes.
We actually have a question from Kayla on the chat. She wants to know, were they nice in person?
They were very nice in person. And actually, something that was a little different on the show, Willie, who they try to make be the tough boss, he's actually one of the most goofy people I know. He's really funny.
Mm-hmm. I think Sierra's got another question. All right. I think. All right, Sierra, we're waiting for you to mute yourself.
Honestly, I don't have any questions.
Oh.
I was just adding a comment.
Oh, never mind then.
I mean, I kind of heard of the show. I mean, not really.
Yeah,
It's
if I
really
hadn't worked for them, I probably would have never watched it. So it's all right.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions about Duck Dynasty?
I know that Kayla saying tell Willie to come up here so we can meet him.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
Bring him to plunge, Jess.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, bring him to plunge or bring
Team
bring Sadie to plunge too. But Sadie got married, didn't she? So I don't know.
You did. It's actually the coolest reality show experience was we got Sadie on Dancing with the Stars, and that's my mom's favorite show. So I got to take my mom to see Dancing with the Stars live.
Ooh.
That was probably cooler than me and the Duck
Very
Dynasty.
cool.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thanks, Jess.
Guys.
All right.
Looks like it's 50-50 for the results also.
Yeah, so we got 12 people that need to catch up on their Duck Dynasty. All right, so
All right,
now
now
we're gonna turn it over to Ron.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Okay. Well, first of all, before I get into Amazing Race, I think I need to say that I'm probably the only one on this call tonight who was watching the very first episode of Candid Camera when it came on. Years old. I want to say before I start talking about Amazing Race, and I'll do it quickly because I know we have a lot of.
Yeah, we might probably gonna go a little bit over if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
My favorite couple or contestants for Amazing Race is probably also Mackenzie's favorite couple from Survivor. Rob and Amba played 2 seasons of Amazing Race. I think they finished second once. And Sam, I don't know if you remember where they finished the other time, 7th or 8th.
I can Google it right now. They got second. I know they didn't get second the second time.
The second time was the All-Star time. And the first time, I think they finished second. And they were just as devious on Amazing Race as they were on Survivor.
Right. The Amazing Race All-Stars, the first one, was the only one to have a couple that wasn't really a couple in the All-Stars to win. They got 8th place.
Okay. I knew they didn't win. I knew they didn't do terribly well because I think their reputation preceded them. But anyway, I will talk very briefly about Amazing Race. It's a show where we have generally about 12 teams of 2 people who race around the world. The race is split into legs, usually 1 leg per episode. And each team on each leg has to figure out clues, navigate themselves in foreign countries. They have to interact with the local people in the country, and they have to perform physical and mental challenges and compete for airplane tickets or taxis or any kind of public transportation. And at the end of most episodes, teams are eliminated. And the first team to arrive at the finish line, they receive, they each receive enough of $1 million. So $1 million prize. I think once or twice they had $2 million. Is that correct, Sam?
Yeah.
But usually it's a split prize of $1 million to the team that finishes first. I watch the show for lots of reasons. I love to see the foreign countries. There's been a few of the countries that I've been to that I enjoy watching again and see the parts of the country that I missed. But I especially like the ones that I haven't been, that other people in my family have been to, and getting to see what life is really like for those folks. But, you know, what their customs are. I also like to watch the competition between the teams and also the competition and the discussions among the teams. You can see some pretty big fights and arguments between the teams, but at the end of the day, they're all rooting for, they're each rooting for their partner. And I liken it to any of the teams that we do, you know, any of the team sports that we do in Special Olympics, where you're only as strong as the weakest member of your team. You know, you're going to do as well as the team does, and so everybody is always rooting for their partner. They may say it sarcastically, and they may say it, you know, with a slightly mean tone, but at the end of the day, they're rooting for each other. And so I like the teamwork that's involved. Mm-hmm. And I've often thought, now I don't know if we can actually do this as a poll question, if I were ever on Amazing Race, who I would like to have as my partner.
We put that in the poll.
Yeah, so we
it's
actually
pretty much siblings.
So we did mom, dad, sibling, aunt, uncle, cousin, and other. Sibling is winning with 8 votes, and other is winning with 6. Dad got no votes.
Oh, that's shocking.
So, like, what's up with that, guys?
There's a question from Jessie, though. She wants to know, who would you go on the Amazing Race with, if so?
Well, Jesse, you, of course.
Other.
Sure. Co-workers.
Yeah, co-workers.
Jesse and Ron, co-workers from Baltimore, Maryland.
My two stepdaughters who, if they ever competed on Amazing Race together, I probably one or both of them would not return home alive. I would literally kill each other on this show.
Yeah. I would actually like to see a Special Olympics Maryland version of the Amazing Race. Oh, even Elena wants to see that too.
Yeah,
Unified,
I think
unified Amazing
knock
Race.
something up.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like a scavenger hunt, you know, having to travel different
It's a
places.
great team building exercises too, if you realize it.
Yeah, yeah. So one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I think the news got a question, but I don't know if we have time.
Yeah, we can do it if everyone's going over a little bit.
All right, Anu, can you unmute yourself for a sec, please?
If we ever did a Special Olympics Amazing Race event, Alexa, who would you pick as your partner?
I think that's kind of obvious.
Because you asked the question.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the other guy in your life. Mike, yes, it's you.
Nah.
Yeah, I will choose Alexa as my partner.
How about that? Can we have a team of 3?
Yeah, a threesome. Okay.
Yeah, me, Lex, and Mike.
That's too dangerous.
Have a Sam.
I have a team with Jesse and Ron, actually.
All right, so we're competing now. All right, any other questions about the Amazing Race?
Seems like there's gonna be a poll already for who wants on what teams. But I think we're gonna move on to the next one.
Yep. So
next is even better. Thanks, Ron.
Yep. All right. So can we unmute Maureen? She's going to talk
I'm
about
coming to
American
her
Ninja
right now.
Warrior.
Hi, everyone. I love American Ninja Warrior, but before I start, I just want to say I really like when Sam does his little drum roll. Sometimes he does before certain answering questions or thinking. You know, and thank you for putting this together. I have learned so much. I had no idea all about reality shows. It's
Me
great.
too. It was a very informative week putting this together.
And what a good job, too, you guys have done. It's amazing. So, yes, American Ninja Warrior started in 2009, so they're on season 11. Of course, with the pandemic, they're not going to have a season this year like a lot of reality shows. But interesting side note that women didn't start to be on the show till 2013. So quite a few years after they started, did they have the first woman on the show. And my favorite character is Drew Dressel, and he is one of the ones that have won. And oh gosh, the other guy, I should know his name. Okay, so first let me just say this. The first American Ninja Warrior was from Maryland. He was from only Maryland.
Yeah.
His name is Geoff Britton.
Yeah, he worked for the Orioles, didn't he?
Yep. And I really liked him so much. And what a shame that he didn't get the big prize money. It just so happened the same show, someone else, I can't remember his name, beat him up the rope by seconds. So, oh, so disappointing. And he was such a good guy. I really like the competition intensity. You know, it's very intense.
Umbrella stand over to the
Yeah, I think there's been 2 winners so far.
Yeah. Yep, 2 winners so far.
And there's a girl from, did she go to Towson University? She went all the way through?
Casey Catanzaro. She didn't win it, but she's on WWE now, actually.
Oh.
And she was the first one up the warped wall.
Yeah, she was.
So she set, you know, a personal record as the first one up the warp wall. And she's tiny. I mean, they never thought she'd make it through the course because she's only, I think, like 5'2". And one of them is a obstacle where you have to spread your legs. And they didn't think she had the ability just lengthwise, and she did it. It was so exciting. So exciting.
Do they have is it the same course for the men and women's course?
It's different courses in every single city, and it is the same course for men and women, but they change from city to city, which I don't think they should. But they change from city to city, and then if you make it through your city finals, you go to Las Vegas. And then you make it through 4 separate obstacle courses to win American Ninja Warrior. Is there any questions?
We got a couple questions, actually.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to Amanda Moore first. She's been waiting really patiently, I know. All right, Amanda, you're up first. Can you unmute yourself, please, Amanda?
I watch that show with my mom a lot on weekends, Saturday nights, and on Friday nights, and always they have marathon of that show, and I watch it with my mom a lot.
Great.
So fun. I watch a lot of reruns too. It's so inspiring.
Same here, Mama doing DVR.
Okay, I know we have other
Amanda.
questions too.
Of that.
Oh, thank you, Amanda. I know Shelby and Elena have questions. I'm going to go to Elena, then Shelby. Elena?
Yeah. So actually, I remember Casey when she did the warp wall. And I think what gave her the advantage was the fact that she used to be a gymnast, so she was also very flexible. But my question is, what do you think is the most difficult challenge or obstacle for Ninja Warrior?
Good question.
And you know, the obstacles are getting harder and harder as people continue to train. And sometimes I have to say they make them too hard. There's a lot of obstacles in a row where you just use your hands or your fingertips, and it's one after another after another. I think one of the hardest is they have a little bar that they have to jump, and there's a very small section that bar has to fit onto.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 4 of them in a row, and it's right at the end.
Oh, the salmon ladder, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is the salmon ladder, and that is super hard, but this one is like it's parallel. It's not vertical.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it goes boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it looks so hard. I don't know how they can do that little tiny slot that bar has to fit in. Good question, Elena.
I think the next hardest one is the spider wall one where they got to climb up this clear tube.
It's actually not as hard as it. I've actually done a version of that in California.
You did?
Not California, Florida. It's a smaller version, but it was actually not that hard.
Did you do it after you did all the other ones, Sam?
No, I only did that one.
That might make it easier.
That's probably why it wasn't that hard.
Yeah. I know Anastasia and Shelby have questions. I'm going to go to Shelby, then Anastasia. And I don't know if we're going to have time for everybody else. So.
Yeah, let's do 2 more questions and then we'll move on to
Shelby, you're up.
Well, America's Got Talent.
I just want to know if you guys watch other reality shows. I watch America's Next Top Model. What time is it?
8:05, my friend.
8:05.
Yep, so we have a few more that we're going to talk about after this.
Okay. Thanks, Shelby.
You're welcome.
All right, Anastasia.
Okay, my question is, why don't you think there should be different obstacles?
Because it should be the same in each city to make it to the finals, that everybody has to go through the same obstacles. It just seems unfair because some cities, the obstacle is a lot harder, and then the person doesn't make it through the obstacles and then doesn't have a chance at Las Vegas. So some cities, it seems harder than other cities. And what if you get an easy city and then you can go, and your friend is in another city and it's so hard? It just doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, I agree with that. Do you think it's because...
But it's like a challenge.
Yes, it is.
Do you think it's because they can't like set up the same stuff in each city, or is it just they're just trying to mix it up to keep it interesting?
Mm-hmm.
My thought is they're just trying to mix it up because they can definitely travel with it, and they don't do each city at the same time.
Yeah.
And they built it from scratch in each city. I think they're just trying to make it interesting, but some cities, it's just so hard, like nobody makes it through. I feel so bad for that city.
Yeah.
I have another question.
Okay.
Have you seen the kids version of American Warrior?
I've not seen that yet.
I have.
Oh, that one's good. I know that
It
this
is.
little girl. I know her.
Wow, fun.
That's
It
Yeah.
is. It is exciting. Yeah, I've seen the kids.
She's a gymnast, and I know her.
That's
Wow.
great. I think they have Ninja Warrior training gyms all across the USA. I think there's a couple in Maryland I've seen.
Yep.
But anyways, we're going to go to Carmen next. I think that's all for tonight.
Sure.
Thank you, Maureen.
Carmen, the dancing queen.
All right, Carmen, America's Got Talent.
We actually have one coming up.
They have to hit the pole to get it out of the way so you can see the slide.
Oh, sorry, I popped it up.
I can move this out of the way.
Carmen, just answer it. Oh, just hit ventriloquist and on. There we go. Now you can see the slide.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so hello everyone. I am the expert of reality TV, which is I'm going to talk about America's Got Talent. I know everyone saw that, but there's a young girl who is a ventriloquist. She is 12 years old, and Darcy Lynn actually won America's Got Talent 2017, season 12, 2017, and she's the first young ventriloquist who won America's Got Talent, and also my favorite judge is Harry Mandel because he is really funny. My performance from Darcy performance was the finals of the 2017, and she showed her two puppets, which my favorite moment is her Oscar the Mouse and Petunia the Bunny Rabbit, and it was actually very cute. and also she sang one of the famous songs was A Little Help from My Friends by the Beatles. And
cool.
And also it was really cool how she actually did two voices. Not they're like people who can do that, but for Darcy she had gifted voice when she was very young of that age, and she's one of the best things there. And I'm sure that Alexa can show the clip of Darcy doing Darcy's two puppets of Oscar the Mouse and Petunia the Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a quick. Oh no.
We have a quick question from. I think you're skipping ahead.
My PowerPoint is turning on me.
There's one quick question from Amanda Moore, and then we're going to move on to the next one. All right, Amanda.
I watched that show with my mom. Always is really funny and always people dancing, sing, and all of different movements, and they keep going, never stop.
Yes.
And
it's pretty
always
exciting.
we are recording it on the VR again.
Yeah.
Carmen, your favorite host is Howie Mandel, right?
No, he's a judge. Host?
Oh, judge, sorry.
Yeah, the judge is Howie Mandel because he's really funny.
Should there be drama, guys?
Who's your favorite host, Carmen?
My favorite host?
Yeah, so far.
Terry Crews.
Yes, he got the six-pack. All right, thanks, Carmen. We're going to move on to the next one really quickly. And I'll get the poll ready.
Right, Lauren Jordan with Selling Sunset. Thanks, Carmen.
Oh, I gotta get more.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I picked, I'll go fast. I picked a really kind of like easy watching reality TV show because it definitely has the drama, but the part that I love the most is seeing like the multi-million-dollar homes. So Selling Sunset is a Netflix show. It's been out since 2019. There's only 2 seasons, so it's easy to get caught up. It's on Netflix. And it follows about 7 real estate agents in LA at this place called the Oppenheim Group, and they sell these multi-million-dollar homes in like Beverly Hills, in the Valley, all these different places, with obviously the added side of drama. But I love the show because every time I go to like a new city, I'm always like, I like to go on Zillow and like pop up the mortgage or the price of houses and see what the most like ridiculously priced houses are and like see what they look like. So kind of like having this come together on a reality show is fantastic. I've always loved reality television. So I know probably a lot of people haven't seen it yet because it is so new, but I do recommend it. And there's, you know, it's just good old fashioned drama. It's very fun. I don't have a favorite moment quite yet because, you know, they're all just so juicy. But I really love when like they sell a house and, you know, they just like do it against all the odds with the drama. I mean, I'm sure, again, most of it is not real, but it's fantastic to watch. So, yeah.
And did you watch $1 Million Listing?
I did, and it's definitely similar to that. This is more, I would say this is more, obviously it has more of like the interpersonal mixings of the agents and like their lives are like, you know, they're friends and like they have that sort of thing. I mean, I haven't watched too much $1 Million Listing, but I think maybe it differs like that.
Yeah. They're all kind of they're a little bit separate on that one. So
yeah, but it is, I love watching those kind of shows. I love HGTV and stuff. So this definitely brings that in, like with the side of reality.
I also definitely do the same thing you do with Zillow and look.
Oh my gosh. Every time it's like, I'm never going to afford this, but let me just see what's out there, you know?
Like,
and the whole like plot line of the first 2 seasons, at least, is that they have this $40 million home. It's like humongous. They can never build another one like this again in the hills. And they're trying to sell it to somebody. And that's like a whole fun thing, like competition sort of thing between the real estate agents, like who's going to sell the house first. So
nice.
It's fun.
I love it.
All
Any
right.
questions about
We got a question from Amanda Moore.
Yes.
She's getting a lot of questions. Holy cow, I love it.
She's an avid reality TV watcher.
Okay, I have 4 days is drama. Lord Order, SBU.
Love those.
Blue Bloods and Criminal Minds.
Nice. I like those. Those are good. I could watch.
That's why my mom helped me write it down for me.
Nice.
Nice.
I love Law & Order. I could watch it all day, like nonstop.
They have marathon on Saturday. So you're whole day till all nights.
Yep. Watch it every time of the day.
It's good binge-worthy show, right?
Oh yeah.
It makes the list. All right. Any other question about Selling Sunset?
I actually have something to say, but Lauren already knows about this. So I don't know if any of you guys watched This Is Us. So this is actually an interesting part. The ex-wife of one of the cast members is on Selling Sunset. I forgot what her name is, but that's
Rochelle
okay.
Stoss.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Love her. She's my favorite character.
Yeah, she's pretty too.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
Sam's got a crush.
I'm not afraid to say that.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Lauren.
Thanks, Lauren.
We're gonna move on to our second to last show, presented by Claire. It's a
Can everybody hear me?
Drama-filled, juicy one.
I was just about to say that.
Sorry.
Drama doesn't get much better than this one. So 90 Day Fiance is a reality show that follows couples that meet online on a dating app. And then and they're from a different country. So it follows their journey. And at the end, they have a choice to make whether they want to stay with the person or they break it off. And there's all this drama because it's definitely filled into 90 days as opposed to a normal relationship where it goes through years and years. So they're smushed into 90 days. And I would say my favorite part is probably when they go to the other country to meet the person and they meet each other for the first time face to face. There's definitely some drama when the person doesn't show up, or it's not who they expected, or there's a lot of different things. And there's a few different spinoffs. So there's 90 Day the Other Way. There's 90 Day Before the 90 Days. There's 90 Day Self-Quarantine. Which that one I don't recommend. Like all of them, but that one. They're all filming from their own house, so it's a little different. But then there's Pillow Talk, which is my favorite because they get other cast members from other seasons and they watch and comment on the current season. And it's hilarious because they're cringing. Meanwhile, they were in this spot 3 years ago when they were on the show, but it's just funny to watch everybody.
Yeah.
I completely agree. It's like reality show Inception, and it's just like it doesn't get better than reality show contestants watching the reality show that they're on, making fun of it, and then we get to watch them. So good.
Definitely.
If Kira's still on, I know she just did a big binge on 90 Day Fiance.
Kira is not on
Oh, shit.
anymore.
That's okay.
But you should definitely watch. And it's on TLC.
I don't have TLC. I
You
have
can get it on
Hulu.
Hulu. Watch on the
Okay. I've got one quick question from Monique.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, Claire.
Hey, Monique, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So, I know I'm talking about 90 Day Fiance, not the quarantine one.
Okay, so it's just 90 Day Fiance, not the other way, not before the 90 days, not any of that, just 90 Day Fiance?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm-
Okay.
Okay. Out of all the couples.
Oh gosh, you're gonna put me on the spot like this, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Who do you, no, wait. Because I did it to Mackenzie and I think I did it to Kira, so you're not alone. So, who do you think is the couple that you went, oh my gosh, why did they get together? Why are they?
So many options. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I'm trying to think of the worst ones. I know based off the ones I just saw were Ed and what was her name?
Pictured here.
Yes. Ed and Rose. Rose was her name. But through all the seasons, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one, Monique. They're all different in their own ways. There's not one specific one.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think Joe Wu has a question.
Yeah, Joe?
Oh, I'll go find. I'll go get some now.
Joe, can you unmute yourself?
Okay. Okay. Hey, Clear. Hey.
Yeah, Joe. Hey.
Because I saw that show.
You did?
I did. Saw a lot of good-looking women there. I enjoy
Oh
that.
my gosh, who's your favorite?
I think I don't know what my favorite is. Kind of type of woman. That's not my type of woman, and kind of little problem. I don't follow this kind of dating show before. I kind of my favorite is kind of one of that guy. I don't know what the guy's name is. He's dating that one woman.
It's hard to keep track of all of them. There's so many couples,
so
right?
many.
So many. I cannot travel all the guys there.
But David was probably the worst from this current season. With the girl.
David, yeah. Yeah.
Lana.
Yeah. Kind of. A lot of. I cannot try all the men there. All right. I'll talk to you soon. I'll finish crashing.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Jim.
Joe.
All right.
All right, any other questions for Claire?
We got Zip.
All right.
Besides
Thanks,
Joe's.
Claire.
And we got one final poll, which I'm going to launch right now.
Yep. All right, so we're
It's
on.
about probably probably one of the most infamous shows, reality TV shows of all time.
It really is, and it's one of my favorites. And I actually had a different show picked out to talk about, but when we kind of assembled our panel, Real Housewives wasn't talked about, and I felt like we couldn't leave it off because it's just too big of a show. But if you haven't seen it before, it's a bunch of rich ladies fighting and yelling all the time, and it's awesome. There's been a bunch of different series from it. I think that, as you can see in the poll, DC should not have been canceled, so I didn't even give anyone an option to say yes, it should have been canceled, because it shouldn't have. That's just the wrong answer. It was great. We had the people who crashed the White House Correspondents' Dinner. She was one of the housewives. I mean, like, it doesn't get better than Real Housewives. Andy Cohen is the main host. He does a bunch of other stuff on Bravo too. But I want to show you guys my favorite clip from Real Housewives, which is also probably my favorite clip from a reality show.
Which one is this? Real Housewives of Orange County?
This is New York.
Ah, Bethany Frankel.
And of course, my PowerPoint isn't gonna work. Hold on. I don't think it likes the full screen.
I don't think it does either. Here we go.
You say that you're really hurt by us. Okay, you say that you have never lied to any of us at the table, and you find us really hurtful. I find that laughable. Well, let me tell you something, Heather. The only thing, keep it together, Aviva. The only thing that is artificial or fake about me. I'm sick of you all accusing me. Everything else is real. Everything else. Everything else is real. Okay, everything else is real, girl. Everything else. I mean, really. No. I'm sick of being called fake. I'm sick of it. All right, no. It's unbelievable. You know, I'm sick of it. You want to get somebody? Heather, why don't you take it? I'll crawl home. Here. Go ahead. Go ahead, Heather. Take it. Oh, my God. Cheers. Oh my God! They say this is the last straw. I mean, this is the last leg.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Like,
I know, right?
Scripted, I don't care, because that's brilliant writing.
Don't forget the flipping the table from Jersey, though.
Jersey, yeah, Teresa, she flips a good table. I think in her testimonial, like right after that, she's like, I mean, you've never really been to an Italian dinner if you haven't flipped a table. So.
Yeah.
That pretty much just kind of sums up what Housewives is all of the time. And I love it. I can't get enough of it.
Mm-hmm.
Watching Beverly Hills, trying to catch up right now. There's some big drama going on in the current season, so I just need to catch up on that.
I know. Brandy Glanville is my crush on that season.
She's a bad girl.
Claire, I think you agree on that just by your reaction alone. You were like, I saw that.
All right, so we're just gonna open up. If there's any other questions or anything that you guys want to talk about, we're already 25 minutes over. It seems, I think, Sam, you were right. We needed a two-parter for this one. There's just
well, that doesn't mean we can do part 2 for another time.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody want to talk about their favorite show?
I don't see any. Joe Woo, ladies and gentlemen.
Guess what? My favorite show, Miami Vice, also Hawaii Five-0.
Miami Vice and Hawaii Five-0. All right, Joe.
Yeah.
Hawaii Five-0 is on CBS All Access, I think. I love that show.
I like that.
Welcome, Dano.
It looks like David has a question. I'm going to unmute.
David Godoy. I almost forgot about him. How could I forget about the famous David Godoy? I'm sorry, David.
I remember American's Got Talent when Darcy Lynn won. I get a chance to meet her in person, face to face.
You got to meet her?
At the Constitution Hall in 2019.
Oh.
But it was. She came to do a ventricular show, and I get to meet her backstage.
Was she nice?
Cool.
Yes, she was. She was turning. She was just turning 15 years old, so everybody on the stage was singing "Happy Birthday" to Darcy Lynn.
Carmen, I just unmuted you. Carmen has something to say.
Carmen and Elena and Monique as well.
I know that what you say, David. So you met Jacqueline, right?
Yes, I met her at Washington, D.C. in Constitution Hall 2019.
I remember, because I know you met her. If you ever meet her, I really want to say something to Jacqueline. I'm a huge fan of her. I have been on her social media on Instagram, Twitter, and also
Yes. She also have a TikTok. She had Facebook, she had Instagram, and she had TikTok. I follow her on TikTok.
All over the place.
I know that she has TikTok. I always like everything what on Twitter and other things. But I also want to say that I'm really dying to meet her. I'm actually got her to see her in concert, like a 3-hour drive with my dad, to a concert in what is it? Virginia or Pennsylvania, one of those two. But I got to see her in concert. I got the signed poster by her. I got the T-shirt. It's in my room somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now. I have the Bunny Rabbit, the Petunia, and I also been watching a lot of Darcy Lynn on YouTube because I want to do that as well. If she won America, I want to do a chance to win that one because I've been trying to quit the for like 1.5 years now, and I know she'd be when she was so younger, she did it for 2 years, but now she did it for 4 years. That was really impressive because she can yodel with her mouth closed. That was really impressive.
Yeah, it was.
Carmen's a super fan.
Yes.
All right, we have a couple more quick questions. I know Elena, Monique, and as well. And
yep, let's hit them all. Thanks,
Deja.
David.
Okay, okay, so I have 2 binge-worthy shows I've been watching. Have you guys heard of the Brule brothers?
I have not heard of that, but I'll pretend I have.
So the show is called Dragula instead of Dracula. So basically, I'm just confused. So basically, you know, you've heard of RuPaul's Drag Race, right?
Yeah.
So basically, they're taking that, but they're elevating it. And there's things called exterminations, where they make them jump out of planes and eat stuff, and just to prove that they can win.
Sounds like
And
Fear Factor almost.
and the other show I watched was Hyperdrive, and that's a drag race show.
Oh yeah.
I
Isn't that on
actually
Netflix?
watched that I watched it from beginning to end. It was actually so good to the point where I watched it for a second time.
I think they're coming out with a season 2 for all we know. I hope they do.
Yeah, I hope they do too.
I know Anastasia.
Another binge-worthy show that she wants to watch.
Monique, we'll have to check them out.
Yeah.
Elena, are you still here?
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah. So I remember from American Idol season 10. I used to go to the concerts. I don't know if they still do them.
Oh yeah.
Anymore. But when they did season 10, my dad actually surprised me, and I had the VIP ticket. So beforehand, I actually got to go backstage, and I had the program of it up in my closet.
It's okay.
And I got to meet quite a lot of them, but I really wish I could have met, I think my favorite, I can't remember her name, but, she had like the...
Scotty one, that's right.
She always had like her hair in like the like cornrows. I can't remember.
Oh, you mean
the
Lauren
name.
Ayala?
No, I didn't meet her because she was too sick for the meet and greet.
Okay.
She had like, she was African American. She had like her hair like it was long and like in cornrow braids. But I did meet Pia Toscano.
Yeah.
And my other favorite binge-worthy show is, I don't know if you ever heard of him, but Chris Angel, the Mind Freak. I actually saw the hotel where he levitated in, the Luxor Light in Vegas.
We were there for the conference.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, I want to see a show one time.
All right, and I think we got one more thing from Anastasia. I know she's been waiting patiently. She's raising her hand on her bed.
Thanks, Elena.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Elena.
I don't know if you guys heard of him, but my favorite show is called Nitro Circus.
Oh, yes, Nitro Circus.
I live next door to him.
Really?
Dang.
You should talk to Jeff about Next Door Neighbors and reality TV show stars. I told him
Because
to tell his story.
Travis, you mean? Travis?
Yeah, Travis Pastrana. I know the whole entire crew.
Mhm.
I met when I was younger. I met Ryan Sheckler. He came over. Do you guys know Vanilla Ice?
Do we know?
Yes.
He came over. I met a lot of celebrities because of him.
That's pretty cool.
But is he nice?
Oh, so here's the thing. Travis is super nice, super chill. He's like the coolest guy ever.
Tell him to just link for Special Olympics.
His wife, on the other hand, is a little more different.
I'm sure.
He has her favorites.
That's
Her
celebrity
favorite-
wives for you, my friend.
My brother, Nikita. Everybody loves Nikita. Oh, yeah, he can do all of it.
Mm-hmm.
She don't like me. She likes my brother.
Ah, okay.
But Travis likes everyone. Travis
He's the important one anyway,
I'm,
right?
I'm sure we can get him to just link for Special Olympics one day. I'm sure. We got one last question
Me too.
from
Thanks, Anastasia.
Anu, and I think that's it. I don't know if he's sleeping or not, though.
Anu, wake up.
Ah!
Oh.
Wakey, wakey, mister.
All right. Here's my question. If you ever want to be on a reality TV show, what would it be?
Are you asking me or are you asking in general?
Asking in general.
I can tell you mine. The show that Mackenzie likes. She's not on. Yeah.
I want to be on Making It.
What's that?
I want to be on Making
I
It.
would choose our Fear Factor
I
or
can't-
Wipeout.
Well, Wipeout is no
Dude, I
longer
would
on.
watch you on Wipeout in a heartbeat.
Yeah, me three.
Yeah.
And I think that's.
I would like to be your +1 if you go on Wipeout.
Yeah.
Come to your
All right, yeah, I'll do Wipeout.
Hold your cow. All right, guys. Any last words?
I think we can unmute everybody else. I don't know.
Yeah, why don't we unmute everyone and just do a thanks and a goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, Sam?
Boom, 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 boom.
Got them all.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good
night, everyone.
Thank you so much. Sorry we went over.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Alexa.
Hi, Alexis.
Alexa.
Bye, Alexis. Bye, Dave.